Today, Diamond DA50 RG.
You can find out in rotating.
Yeah, right in circuit 500 feet, runway 23 cleared for takeoff, within 270 tango.
Amazing. That's one of the other amazing characteristics. Descended 700 feet. Now to the right.
Hi everyone, my name is Konstantin Fedchenko, KFEAvia, aviation sales, passenger and cargo charters. Today we're gonna be looking at this Diamond DA50 RG, retractable gear aeroplane with 300 horsepower diesel engine manufactured by Continental, which was firstly produced in 1982. Then it was Diamond Katana with the Rotax engine and automotive fuel Mogas. Then it was Diamond DA40 180 with the Lycoming engine and avgas fuel. Then there was a Diamond DA40D version with Tillert diesel engine. The next was Diamond DA40 NG with Austro engine Alpha Eco 300. Then there was DA42 with two engines Alpha Eco 300. Then there was a DA62 with Continental engine 300 horsepower multiplied by 2. And finally Diamond DA50, which has that Continental engine with 300 horsepower, an endurance of 650 miles at 75%, cruising speed of 160 knots at 10,000 feet, and a lot of options like air conditioning system, oxygen system. This particular aeroplane has everything pre-installed for the auxiliary fuel tank in the back. It means it has the connectors in the fuel system in the back of the aeroplane, and electrical system is ready for the auxiliary fuel pump. So you have a choice. You can either put it on the back seat or behind the back seat in the cargo compartment. DA50 was prototyped in 2006, but because of many circumstances was only certified in 2020 with CD300 automobile conversion engine consuming Jet A1 fuel, which you can almost find at any airport of this world. Unlikely, the avgas is less and less popular, especially around Europe. Let's dive into flying. Boom. Some explosion. Let's dive into flying this aeroplane, and this particular aeroplane is for sale. It has barely 10 hours since it's new in 2022, delivered in the end of 2023. Just touring around these Diamonds aeroplanes here. DA62, DA42, DA50. DA50 is the size of DA62, to be honest, and it's very spacious inside. It doesn't have any parachute, neither DA50 nor DA40, because it doesn't need one. I heard that it has very nice stall characteristics. Basically, it doesn't stall. Let's check it out. If you want safe, economical and modern aeroplane, very welcome. Drop me an email. We will schedule the viewing of this aeroplane for you. And this is Luke. He is the official Diamond dealer for Netherlands.
Hi guys.
And a very good man.
I hope so.
Diamond in its traditional configuration, when you can stand up straight when the door is open, I really like it. The entrance to the back seat is only from the left side. On the right side we have an emergency window, sunshades. The seating is like this. Feels like in a car. When you close the door, there is a catch and hook in case you really forgot to latch it. I cannot even figure out how do I open it. On the previous airplanes, I think it was opened just as easy as that. Well, anyway, you fix it in this manner. I guess you have to open the hook first, and then you have to open the door. Otherwise, it will be more difficult to open. Oxygen system for all. The lights, the flood lighting, USB Type-C chargers, air vents, headphones outlets, the pockets. And where is my coffee cup holder? Garmin, to make it easy, one hand programming with your elbow on the armrest. Garmin G1000 NXI with an ESP protection. The level button, which allows you to recover an airplane from an upset. Electric trim, autopilot disconnect, autopilot CVS mode, press to talk button, parking brake. The Diamond manufacturer considers the seat as a safety feature because in a lot of accidents the seat, this is what damages the pilot, because the adjustable seat can be easily removed and it travels with the pilot forward or upwards or any other direction. So you have the adjustable pedals right here. You just have to pick the right position for yourself. The environmental control panel. This particular airplane is not equipped with an air conditioner, but this gives you a bit more payload, about 45 kilos, and the center of gravity, which is moved aft because the air conditioner is usually located behind the baggage compartment. Fuel selector, LAMO connectors together with the standard connectors. Power lever, one single power lever together with rudder trim, which is on the back right here. Rudder trim indication is right here and it's moving. The cowl flap door, I was surprised that it exists. I thought that this airplane does not require any action from the pilot regarding the cooling or overheating the engine. Yeah, I mean, of course, the coolant temperature and climb is to be monitored, because if you climb in a very high power setting, you can overheat the engine. We'll ask Luke what does that mean. We have a TKS system with several modes. This is an optional system which is installed in this aeroplane and approved for flight into knowing icing conditions. Fakey. So this is the short review of this aeroplane, except the flying part, which we're gonna be doing now after a short refuel. The weather is quite nice. Besides rudder trim, we have go round button right here and flight idle stop, which means you cannot put it less than flight idle in flight. Well, basically, probably you can still click it and do that, but I wouldn't recommend. If there is anything stopping you from powering back below flight idle, then there is a reason for that. What about the cowl flap? I thought that this is like engine temperature procedure free, but you need it at some point, right?
Yeah, basically in hot conditions, it's a liquid cooled engine and you just don't get enough air through the coolers without cowl flaps. So you can open them. For Holland it's not really necessary because the temperatures are not that high.
But for the hot country you
For
would.
hot countries you can open it during takeoff and landing, and during flight it's always closed because then the ram air is more than enough. But especially at low speeds you will get a little bit less than needed.
ESP protection, does it include stick shaker and the stick pusher, or it's neither nor, or it's voice command?
It's the level button which you can use. That's coupled to the autopilot. So if you're in out of awareness, just push the button, leave everything as it is, and level it off itself.
And
so it will push and it will roll whatever you need.
And if you get close to the stall condition, isn't there gonna be the pusher on the stick?
What will, if you go to the stall, like in the bank, you will feel it. It will get hard, and then if you push, it will push back your stick.
But it will not push
you can
forward.
override.
But it will not push forward like in the big aeroplane.
No.
Yeah.
ESP is only too much bank, so it will correct too much bank. It will correct, but of course it's overrideable. But then you have to put more big force on it.
All right, let's start the thing.
Let's call them first because control airfield.
Ah, yeah.
You have to do business.
Yeah.
Business before starting.
Whiskey Oscar India, delivery deck out.
Request startup for taxiing to the fuel station.
Startup is approved. For taxi, contact tower 135 180.
135 180. Startup approved. Papel Whiskey Oscar India. Okay.
Let's quickly have a look at this checklist. I know we can start it very easy, glow and then just push the start button, but
just like a car.
It starts easy, I know this, but let's go flight. Pre-flight inspection completed, baggage door tow bar closed, passenger don't have, rear door closed, locked, front doors closed, locked, safety harnesses, oxygen valve not required, fuel valve normal, check in here. Normal, elevator trim free, parking brake we need?
No, I'll put it on the brakes.
Your brakes?
Yeah.
Parking brake, so set to ECS fan off, and manual gear extension handle is here.
Yeah.
Pushed. Gear selector down, 3 greens, pedestal heat is off.
Correct.
Yeah.
Electric master off. Ground idle.
Current idle, yeah. Glow on.
Glow on.
And then you can push the engine start button.
When it's off.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have brakes, okay?
Yeah, brakes.
And I will hold, the glow is off, and I will hold it until
Hold it,
it stabilizes. So the engine parameters will be on this side.
Yeah, start.
Tower, de Papel Whiskey Oscar India. Request taxi to the fuel station.
Oscar India, goeiedag, taxi fuel station.
To the fuel station, Oscar India.
Delta Whiskey November, you're number 1. Hello.
The most expensive part of flying.
Well, yeah. The advantage of this aeroplane is that it is consuming the diesel engine. Capacity of fuel tanks are 25 US gallons per fuel tank. At cruising speed of 160 knots, it will give you about 650 nautical miles endurance, but of course you will have to have some reserves there. This airspeed of 160 knots, the airplane is doing at 75%, and the fuel consumption is 12.5 gallons per hour. I take 10,000 feet altitude because you can compare this consumption to other non-pressurized aeroplane. Anyway, this aeroplane is capable to fly up to 20,000 feet because it's equipped with an oxygen system.
Okay, left side is clear. So after engine start, oil pressure checked, circuit breakers checked, they are right here on the right, and then voltage checked, essential bus on.
Yeah, you can do that on because you test the system, so put it on.
Yeah. ECU test, FADEC test button, press and hold. ECU AB fail caution on, RPM increase, ECU fail caution, propeller RPM cycle, ECU fail caution on, propeller RPM cycle.
Yeah.
Towards the northeast, so we'll be coming close to you currently.
Both ECU A and B fail. Propeller increased.
Finished over, request to cross
Reduced.
approved.
ECU A fail, propeller increased. Reduced. Back to normal, no warnings.
No warnings.
ECU test completed. Pitot stall heat not required. Transponder set. Available power to be performed on the runway.
Yeah,
ready
that's the
for
full power check.
But what about flaps? Doesn't say which flaps shall we set.
You can choose.
Takeoff?
You
Ah,
can
let's
choose
do
takeoff.
takeoff.
Yeah, that's fine.
And report ready for departure. And fuel pump we don't use it,
Yeah,
right?
you can put it on.
Aha, okay.
That's better for takeoff. Put it on. After takeoff checks, we'll put it off.
So we continue climb which altitude?
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
X-ray India, join the guide now in 23.
So full power check and then brakes
with
release
brakes,
and takeoff.
with brakes
Yeah.
on. Power available, brakes
Check.
off.
A little bit wind from the right.
Airspeed alive, 45. 66.
Yeah, you can find.
Starting rotating.
Rotate it.
Positive rate. Shall I hit the brakes once?
Yeah.
Brakes
Yeah,
once.
brakes. And gear up.
Gear is coming up. I will reduce a bit of power, just not to have 100%, yeah?
Yeah, you can climb hill with, 90%. That's
Yeah,
good.
90, but it was 100. Speed is good for flaps up.
Yeah, flaps up.
So speed check, flaps come to up position.
In the climb we took the 1000 feet and we can turn left.
At 1000 feet, yeah?
Yeah, or a little bit before.
So whenever you say, yeah. Altitude capture, the autopilot, flight director is really helpful.
So you bring it up to
Speed check, gear down.
yeah, gear out, and after full flaps you bring the speed down to 120 knots. You keep 120 knots.
So speed check, first flaps.
Yeah,
120.
120.
But how are we gonna stall an aeroplane at 120?
No, we do the rapid descent.
Ah, okay.
That's first.
So I go down
Yeah,
with
down
120.
with 120.
And idle or?
Idle, yeah.
Hotel, watch out. Romeo India, right in circuit 500 feet, runway 23, cleared for takeoff. The wind 270, 10 gust 16.
It's very difficult to get to 120.
Yeah,
You go like
cannot
that
do
because
overspeed.
that's the brake system with the gear and the flaps down.
You cannot overspeed it.
No.
You see 100
Almost,
knots.
you have to push like hell. You get a down angle like this.
Shall we put the first flaps,
Yeah.
take off?
Yeah.
And climb back? Amazing. That's one of the other amazing characteristics. So speed check, gear down. Speed check, flaps can go to
can
first.
go first.
133 knots. I put this heading 090. Reducing power simultaneously and setting full flaps.
That's the noise what I'm telling you.
Mhm.
That's the warning.
It just descends 600 feet per minute maximum. Keeping the speed of 60 knots. The
Romeo India, check up
650 feet per minute. 600. Doesn't stall. This aeroplane doesn't stall. Okay, I add power, just adding with nose down to make it happening easier. Unbelievable, it doesn't stall.
It's easy.
Sorry, we are in landing configuration. And install, and we can go left.
Use your feet with it. You can just make turns.
Descended
Pull
700
and
feet.
install.
Now to the right. Unbelievable. The plane is steerable. You can land it like this. The hard landing, but you can do it.
If you ever fail, you land it like this.
Yeah, pre-emergency traffic now, 8 miles final, medium jet.
I didn't see the plane which doesn't stall except Moran,
Yeah.
which has slots and Fowler flaps. So, power back. Shutdown procedure would be very simple. Avionic master off. Taxi light, position light, strobe we still have on, and then ground idle. And fan off.
Yeah,
Off.
everything off.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, Luke. This is
My pleasure.
nice seller,
Yeah.
so the aeroplane will fly and perform well for a long time.
Yeah, it's a beautiful aircraft. Stable cruising machine.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching this video. This was Konstantin Fedchenko, KFEAvia Aviation Sales, Passenger and Cargo Charters. Don't forget to hit the like button. This is what motivates me to make these videos, and your comments are highly appreciated. See you in my next videos. Bye bye.